Hi, I'm Hansen Clarke, U.S. Congressman, born and raised and currently live on Detroit's east side. I'm running for re-election to put people back to work, to create jobs in Metro Detroit, and give people hope that they can have a better life. And we can do this by creating a regional transit system that links the city and the suburbs together, by helping train our young people on the value of reading and stamp out illiteracy. That'll help make our streets safer, and it'll give people the training that they need to get back to work. I've helped bring together the White House private industry and Wayne County Community College and help train people for the good paying IT jobs that are here. I understand the value of putting people to work because I was unemployed myself and lost hope when I was 23 years old. So that's why I work on these initiatives so much. Another way to help create jobs is to cut student loan debt, free up the money that our graduates are now spending on paying off their loans and giving them extra money that they can spend and responsibly invest and use to start their own businesses. That's how you create jobs, is by cutting this debt. And that's why I introduced the Student Loan Forgiveness Act, which now has over 1 million supporters throughout the country. Now, when it comes to inspiring people to not give up the faith, I understand that personally, since I gave up hope as a young man. And that's why I work so hard. My life experiences have given me the determination that I need to fight any political odds or obstacles, and also gives me the understanding of what people are going through. I understand what we need to do to help give people hope and put people back to work by my own personal experience. I look forward to serving everyone for another 2 years in Congress. We need tax reform that helps people who work for a living and helps small businesses, not just large corporations or people who are sitting on a pile of wealth. We definitely need to provide more tax breaks to small businesses because they create most of the jobs in this country. And right now, many small businesses can't get bank loans to hire more employees. And that's in large part because Congress deregulated the banking industry, which helps large corporations but hurts small businesses. So we need a tax reform system that closes many of the corporate loopholes, broadens the tax base, and invokes a fair Buffett rule, which means that the richest Americans will pay taxes at a rate that all of us do, and that's only fair. Finally, I believe that tax policy can help drive investment to high unemployment areas that have a great potential to create jobs, like the city of Detroit. And that's why I'm proposing to return billions of dollars of taxes to the city of Detroit to help pay down its debt, to eliminate the city income tax as a way of driving investment back to the city and rebuilding the city. I will also couple this with a targeted elimination of the capital gains tax for cities like Detroit to help spur investment in new startup companies. So a balanced approach that gives breaks to small businesses, to working people, that eliminates many of the corporate loopholes, but yet creates incentives to create jobs and investment in cities like Detroit. That's a tax policy that will work for everyone. You know, I've been able to break through that partisan gridlock by not focusing on politics and just working on what I need to do to help serve the people. That's how I've been able to get all this money back to the city of Detroit. That's how I've been able to get the Republicans to approve my funding initiatives that increase money that will help low-income mothers and our homeless veterans and our firefighters. I've also worked in a bipartisan way to launch a national literacy initiative to stamp out illiteracy, because that's one way that we can give everyone hope in this country. So I hope you understand that I've been able to accomplish a lot in the last 18 months by focusing on what the people need and not on politics. That's why I asked you for an additional 24 months to continue the leadership and service that I've given to metropolitan Detroit. I know that we can make southeastern Michigan together a better place to live. I believe that healthcare is a basic human right, and that the federal government should work to provide equal access to health care for every American. And I know this from personal experience. I grew up as a sickly child suffering from severe asthma. My mother, as a school crossing guard and as a domestic cleaning woman, didn't make the income to provide me with adequate medical treatment. It was because we qualified for Medicaid that I was able to get the treatment that I needed. So I understand how it's so important that everyone have access to good health care and affordable health insurance. And that's why I support the President's health reform law. We need to do much more to improve healthcare outcomes and reduce healthcare costs. And I believe we should focus on prevention. That's why I've worked to accelerate the reforms in the Affordable Care Act by promoting an important pilot program called Accountable Care Organizations. Now, this initiative helps improve healthcare outcomes for the patient while reducing costs by encouraging the providers, the hospitals, and doctors to share in the cost savings. And I believe this pilot can be expanded to help improve healthcare access for all Americans while reducing overall healthcare costs, which will ultimately cut our deficit and debt in a long-term responsible way. So this is how we can reform our healthcare system, help people stay healthy and well while reducing our federal debt and deficit.